Hello everybody and welcome back to Broken Berean, and I'm sure that you've probably watched a dozen videos already of people breaking down the new Switch 2 announcement. I, unfortunately, working all day, watched it over lunch when my son texted the video to me, and I haven't really sat down to take a look at it or kind of break down anything, but I had some thoughts that my son thought, oh yeah, that's probably interesting. So I'm going to go through it point by point, pointing out the pros and cons. So let's get started. There'll be a lot of stopping and starting. I'm just going to break it down with every frame of pause, as they say. So let's take a look. Starting with the Switch original. Okay, bigger screen. Good plus. Okay, so I don't know why they went with this animation. This really isn't that much, nothing new. That's how it docks anyways. Yeah. Okay, before we go any further, why? You do realize, I don't think Nintendo realizes that the majority of their OLED versions were purchased not because it was an OLED screen, but because the kickstand was the full width and had the strength of it. Why go back to a flimsy stand? Why not let the whole thing pop up again? That's a mistake, in my opinion. I mean, unless you got metal in that or it's made from carbon fiber, bad call. Because, mine, my original one's a little damaged over the years, but I mean, not a good start. Okay, the range of it, so if you want to look down more and play instead of up, I mean, I like that. You don't have one stable. That's a good plus. So the buttons built into the Joy-Cons, I like that. So that's something that was theorized, or that they'll be able to dock on these and you can use them like a mouse, which would be kind of cool for like first-person shooters and things like that, and some other, puzzle games and stuff like that may work effectively, which is interesting. I didn't think about that at all until I saw this. I was like, oh, I get it. But that's a cool adaptation. I like it. Gotta stop here. The original Switch was slide lock in. We have a single, what looks to be plastic with metal connections on it. This is going to be a major point of failure on the Switch 2. If this doesn't come out to be fully reinforced with metal, this is the thing that's going to get broken the most, and people are going to get upset about it. I just predict that this is the thing that's going to drive people crazy, I think. And don't get me wrong, I should have stated this before I started. I'm a huge Nintendo fan. Been a Nintendo fan since, what? I don't know, 90, 89, whenever it came out, Had one in like 91, 92 is when I got my first NES. So yes, I'm a huge Nintendo fan. I think it's okay to point out some things that I'm kind of like, that's not good. It almost comes to the height, which makes it more vulnerable to being snapped, twisted, and things like that. That's a bad design. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling that that is going to be the problem area for the Switch 2. Not the kickstand, that thing right there. It's going to snap off, and people are going to be really upset, because then it doesn't become a portable console. You have to use it as a standalone console. That's my opinion. Like I said, I could be wrong. They may make changes before release, but I'm pretty sure they're already in production, so we'll just have to see. So the Switch is now older, and it's now into its emo phase. Just kidding. I mean, that was my first thought when I saw it all black and just a hint of color. I was like, oh, it's the emo phase. It's in its teenage years. Oh, isn't that cute? I actually don't mind. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not dogging on it, because actually it's kind of nice. It'll blend in nicer into my TV stand. It won't stick out as much as the brightly colored Joy-Cons that I put on it all the time. But even then, I'm going to want some brightly colored Joy-Cons for the fun of it. I'm going to need at least 2 more pairs for family game night, so yeah. But I just thought, the Switch has entered its emo phase, coming with the soundtrack of your favorite emo artist's Dashboard Confessional. Just kidding. That would be funny though, if the startup sounds like a Dashboard Confessional song. I would literally spend an hour on the ground laughing. But that's just funny. That's just me and my weird humor. So we're obviously getting a new Mario Kart for the Switch 2, which I just knew it would be. You got a new system, you got to get a new Mario Kart out there, because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has been the best-selling game for the Switch, hands down, across the board. You got to get them in with a new Mario Kart. And who wouldn't want a new Mario Kart? I want a new Mario Kart. Don't get me wrong. Love this past year, or was it this past year? The new DLC pack, yeah, still. Let's just make sure on this one, can we keep the tour maps out, please? I beg of you. Those are the ones I hate the most, the tour maps. I'm like, I don't like the tour maps. I just don't. There's none of them I like. They're just frustrating. They're not as fun. And it just seems like you can definitely tell it was made for like a mobile system and not a big screen. But anyways, moving on. So here, with that connection, since they're not sliding down, I do like the sliding connection. It's a little harder. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure a lot of people complain that sometimes it gets stuck and it's hard to take off the things. But doing with that connection, that means you may have to switch these out more. No, now that I think about it, no, those won't have to lock into the system. They just have to lock into place. They don't have to connect because they operate the same. Never mind. Overthought that. Okay. Still, Yoshi's Burger. Yeah. Can we make that like a pop-up thing somewhere in the States? I'll drive to Yoshi's Burger if you make this place. Just saying. This is the big thing. This is the big thing. It's backwards compatible. Yeah, don't care as long as we can still play, especially all the games that we bought this year. We got to be able to play those on Switch 2, 100%. And yeah, almost everything that is digital, if you download it from the eShop, will be updated to function properly on the Switch 2. It's been my understanding. And what I did notice, what I didn't see, I saw the slot for where you put the game cartridge up top but I didn't see the one for the micro SD card. And I'm a weird guy. If you've watched my videos, you know, weird guy. I have small, like 4, 8, 16, 32 gig micro SD cards. I keep one for each game because I've had more failure across the board with the larger micro SD cards. I do have one micro SD card that is just boom, all my downloaded games, but all my physical games have a micro SD card associated with them, and I swap them both out every time I switch games. So do my kids, because that way, like, this file's corrupted, well, I can play this other game and boom, keep moving on, versus, well, now I gotta let it format and re-download and all that, and it just takes time. It's a weird thing. People think I'm stupid for it, but then when their card crashes, they're like, oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah. And for whatever reason, the smaller amounts don't crash as hard. But the new one, from my understanding, is going to take the new, what's it called? The MESDs, the Micro Express SDs, which are supposed to have faster transfer rate. I don't know. I've never experimented with them, so I don't know how much. I know it's faster, but I'm not sure we're going to see performance issues on games or not. But that's out there. I just know it's coming. So I just want easier access instead of popping up that little door and the kickstand to pop out the micro SD cards. If they made it a little bit easier, that's why my stand isn't so great on my original Switch, is because I pop that thing open up and down all the time. So that's my breakdown, and it's pretty quick, and we're just going to get details later, but we're definitely getting a new Mario Kart game, and I'm here for it, 100% here for it. I just want to be able to play the games all up, especially all the ones I bought this year. I bought some really good games. You know, you got Mario Kart Jamboree, got you got Microsoft Mario Wonder, I got Sweep the Board, Imio, The Smiling Man, and a bunch of others. I mean, seriously, I bought quite a few games, and definitely, you know, I want to be able to play them on either Switch. But the plus side is I'm probably going to pick up a new Switch too, and that's going to be my main one in the living room. I'm going to move the other one in here into my PC and stream Switch games live on my channel. And feel free to recommend any games you want to see me play or completely fail at playing. I don't mind the criticism. I don't mind you laughing at me. It's fun. I've got a good sense of humor, and it's funny to watch old guys like me play games and really fail at it. I get that, and I'm there for it. I'm glad to be a source of entertainment for you, not just my kids, because, yeah, even my kids will text me when I'm live streaming. Oh my gosh. Especially when I did that Mission in Snowdrift Land advent calendar every day. My son's like, oh my gosh, how do you not see that? I was like, I'm trying to play. So, don't get me wrong. Love the comments, love the fun. So just let me know what you think down below. And I'm not even sure if there's anything past this. There's 20 seconds. I thought this was the end of it. Let me see. Is there more? Oh, just the Nintendo Direct. Yeah. Okay, that's it. So more details of the Nintendo Direct, April 2nd, 2025. And see, that was, I would have bet hard money that they weren't going to say word one until March, because that's the end of their fiscal year. Their fiscal year kicks off in April. So here it is. They're doing it right after the fiscal year starts. They're doing the full announcement of everything that's going to be coming from with Switch. We didn't get a lot of games announced. Just, you know, Mario Kart. They didn't really announce it, but they alluded. New Mario Kart. That's what Nintendo gets right. Yeah, that's why they wait. I think they weren't planning to do this for a little bit longer. But all with the CES, all the vendors putting out stuff for the Switch 2, and they really got upset. They're like, fine, we'll release it. We'll do the launch, the first look trailer, because so many things. But see, now, from now to April, they've got all that time for us to speculate more. And that is just free advertising. This is what I'm doing here is basically free advertising for Nintendo. I'm not going to lie. It's what it is. So, yes, we didn't get game announcements. We're going to get that April 2nd, but we're going to probably get leaks from development studios. Yep, this is coming to Switch 2. This is coming to Switch 2. You'll start seeing it pop up, even though they're probably not supposed to tell it. You'll see leaks of it and just pop up between now and April. And once April hits, we'll see it. But I can't wait for the Switch 2. I just hope it performs as well as we hope it does. So until next time, my friends, as always, I love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it.